Planting your own garlic in containers. It's easy, it's cheap, and it requires no space. It's a no-brainer. You have to do it. Hi, this is Craig from My Sustainability Journey, and today I'm going to take you on a step-by-step instruction, really simple walkthrough of how to plant garlic in 2 different sized containers. We are busy creating a garlic guide, so please subscribe to our channel so you can get regular updates as and when we post new videos, new tips, new tricks. Also comment if you've got any questions and we'll be more than happy to get back to you. Okay, so before we get started, we did do a full guide into how to plant garlic. We have tagged it in the top here, so just make sure you watch that to get a detailed overview on how to plant your garlic. So when it comes to planting garlic in pots or containers, you want to go with a minimum of 30 centimeters deep, and then the circumference is really up to you. Obviously the wider, the more garlic you can fit in, but I would say no shallower than 30 centimeters. And why I say that is you need to plant the garlic 10 centimeters deep, and then you need to allow it another 10 to 15 centimeters of growing space for the roots, which will then leave 5 to 10 centimeters of medium underneath the garlic, which is required to grow. So 30 centimeters deep is perfect. It makes it nice and small and compact that you can move it around. And then what you need is something to space them out, make the holes, and it's as simple as planting your garlic. What I've done is I've just found an old tool. I've marked it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so I can use it in a whole bunch of different places. And then what we're going to be doing is marking it at 10 centimeters for the depth. And what you want to do in pots is lay out your garlic first, and you want to start with the center one in the middle. And then what you want to do is take a 10 centimeter size from there, which will make it over there. And if we check the size, it leaves us 5 centimeters on the side. With the pots, try and get, if I turn this pot for you, you'll see it's a very straight pot. There's not a big angle, it's not an angled pot like that. So try and get as straight a pot as possible, because if you have a garlic there, it's going to expand. You don't want the roots, the pot to be cutting in to squeeze the bulbs. So take the center, take 10 centimeters, put it in space, and then what you can do is you just take 10 centimeters from there, and then you can pretty much just eyeball it. So we would be doing about 7, if I'm correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not a huge amount of garlic, but it's still 7 bulbs you never had before. So you can make the little marks where they are, take them out, and then you can take the dibbler or whatever you're busy using to the depth that you want it. And then you take round side at the bottom, pointy side at the top, stick them down, and there you go. And you just level it out. And then the difference between a pot and raised beds or in the ground is we're not going to be putting a 10-15 centimeter layer of mulch on. We're going to be using a thicker mulch. So something like a fine mulch is perfect. It's like this. There's a lot of pieces of wood in it, and we can only go about 5 centimeters on that. That's perfect. It's nice and dense, and in this kind of pot there's a lot of heat that's going to be coming from the sides. So we don't worry if it's too dense. We're going to be getting all the heat from the sides. And the nice thing about this is if the temperatures are soaring in spring or summer, you can move it into a cooler place, which means you're not skyrocketing those temperatures above what it's needed to bulb out. So that's as simple as that with a container like this. You just plant it and leave it, and that's it. Okay, so now we're going to look at a different type of container, which is just a small wooden vegetable bed. It's about 40 centimeters wide, and then I think it's about 1.2 meters long. And then exactly the same principle here. You take your 10 centimeters, You can check it if you want to. There's 15, but in raised beds, we try and kill off a little bit of space. So we'll go to 10. There you go, there we've got 8. And then as with the other one, just close it up, mix it around a bit. And that's it. This is a fine mulch mixture that we're using. So we're actually not going to put any mulch on top of this. But what we will be doing is keeping a very close eye on the watering, the moisture levels, and then we'll also just regularly check the heat. So if you're not going to be putting on a mulch, but you do have very organic materials like we do, it does give you a little bit of leeway. But we'll check in once these start growing. Okay, so that's it. It was as simple as that. I hope it's given you some insight into how simple it is to grow garlic. They require a 30 centimeter pot, something as small as that. You can go up to large scale. The choice is really up to you. But I hope this video has given you the inspiration to try. Give it a bash, and if it works, amazing. You get a whole bunch of garlic that you don't need to buy at the shops anymore. If it didn't, you can always try again. You can see that you require very little space. You can just have it on your patio, and worst case scenario, you end up with 7 garlic bulbs that you didn't have before. Give it a go. So please do subscribe to our channel to get regular updates on what we're busy doing. Please leave us a comment if you've got any questions, and please do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Until the next one in the series, or until the next things happens in our life, keep well everyone.